everybody, and welcome to Transports. This is the Champions League preview, and I've been joined with Somil, Barca fan, Paritosh, Man City, and Sahish is a United fan. So we'll start off with Sahish first. Man United versus Young Boys. It's an away game for United. It's at Switzerland. Thoughts on the game? Predictions?
I think this is the first game that I think the seats are not available because of COVID. I think only 1,800 seats are there. So I think the fans will impact the game because it's at home. So Young Boys will have a good chance to get a win against United. Because United, they as long as they have the fans behind them, they can beat anything. But they did that last season without any fans getting away wins. I think United will go with a 3-1 win against Young Boys. I think it should be a second half 3 goals. That's for sure. First half, I don't think anything. Second half, they are coming in.
What would your team be? I mean, would you play your second? I mean, the second string side or play the main? Who would you start?
I think I would give a balanced team of young and the experienced players because it's until you don't give the youngsters the chance of Champions League, they won't develop. And last season we didn't do that. Okay, but since you have the experience this season, I think with 2 players that are Ronaldo and Varane, you can change the squad up. Okay, you can give Greenwood more chances at Champions League this time because you can't waste Sancho on the bench, 72 million just on the bench. So I think that can be there. And since Donny can start, I don't think he'll get many games in Champions League, but I think 3 games are the minimum. I think he'll get in the group stages out of 6. So I think it'll be a balance.
The goalkeeping situation, there was a lot of debate about that last season. Would you continue and stick with De Gea or Henderson is the man?
I think Dean Henderson got COVID recently. And I think Ole had told in his interview that Dean is not feeling the sickness anymore. He's performing good in the training. But seeing De Gea's form this season, I think he's sure to win that Golden Glove this season. He has to show that he's United's main man. Because there were a lot of rumors that United were going to sell him and make Dean Henderson the number 1. But I think De Gea wants to fight for that spot again this season. I think Dean will play up for the other matches of Champions League. That is against Villarreal, I think Dean will play because we have 6 matches. So I think Dean will get some chances in. I think De Gea will be the goalkeeper for round of 16 and all.
I'm going with Henderson and goal. I mean, De Gea hasn't done anything wrong, but then that's the problem for me. I wanted Henderson to be sold. I don't want us to be we are in that situation, but I didn't want us to be in a situation where the spotlight is always on the goalkeepers, because if De Gea concedes in the next match, the camera is always on Henderson. And if Henderson concedes, then the camera goes to De Gea. So that's not what I want to happen, because the goalkeeper is an area where you need stability. Yes, you can have 2 good goalkeepers, but then it shouldn't be like you should have a fixed number 1 and a fixed number 2. And that's not there at United right now. So that we saw last season, there was a lot of disruption because of that. But a first game against Young Boys, I would give Henderson a go. He's very commanding and he is more like a sweeper keeper. So I think that might be useful. So I'll give Henderson a go for this match. My defense would be the same: Wan-Bissaka, Maguire, Varane, and Shaw. Telles is injured. So Shaw. I think Donny should...
No, Ashwin, I think Bailly and Lindelof should get a chance. I mean, you can start Varane, but with Varane, I think you should start Bailly or Lindelof because you have to rotate the team. Varane has only played with Maguire yet. He hasn't played with Lindelof or Bailly, and you don't know who can be a better partnership right now.
But then you're not gonna we know that Maguire and Varane are
know that Maguire and Varane are going to start, obviously. But you need to give out different combinations and starts. You never know, Bailly and Varane can be better ones. Obviously, Maguire will be the starting one. But I think other matches you have to give squad because United have the squad depth right now. Midfielders is one thing that's on Ole. Strikers, you have everything filled in. You have the depth right now. And I think Telles will play an important part. I think he's ready to make him come back.
I don't agree with that. I mean, I would play Varane and Maguire because Varane and Maguire are our centre back partnership, and centre back partnership is the most important partnership which we talk about, because there is no partnership up front or in the midfield much. The centre back partnership is what I would be looking to build on. And Varane and Maguire have just played one game together, and then the Newcastle game. So that's just two games. So I would look to build on that. And first of all, the main thing for me is to qualify. We didn't do that last season. So for me, first is qualify, get the 10, 11 points required, and then maybe look to make changes. So I would go strong first. So I would stick with the same defense, and I would start Donny. I would rest maybe Pogba and play him in the Premier League. So I would rest Pogba, yeah, play Donny, maybe with Fred or McTominay, whoever is available, because Matic can't play. I think he will start against Newcastle. Uh, so Donny should play with Fred or McTominay, and then Fernandes will play. And then up front, you can rotate with Cavani, Ronaldo, Greenwood. You've got options there. Maybe even Lingard gets a game. So I would go pretty strong. Maybe make a couple of changes here and there, but I'm predicting 3-0 United. Samuel, predictions?
I'm going with United on this one. 3-0, as you said. I don't think so. Young boys will pose a much threat for them. And you guys pointed out to your goalkeeper. I think it started with his form started dipping when Ronaldo scored that hat trick in the World Cup. Yeah. And now that he's back, I think he can help him get his confidence back. So I think you guys should back the hair on this one.
Paritosh, any surprises? Young boys?
I think no. I think United they're gonna take it 4-0, and a brace from Greenwood.
Oh,
like you said, they would want to start the strongest lineup, and Greenwood would be there. He's their goal machine right now, so I expect him to score at least 2.
Ashwin, on that goal issue, last time, Ole had, he has switched up the goalkeepers, playing Dean half of the Premier League and De Gea half of the Premier League. That is what I expect from Ole to play this season also in the Premier League. I think Champions League, I think De Gea should start, but I think League you should give Dean also a chance. Like last season, what he did.
No, I'll disagree to that because if a goalkeeper is playing a particular competition, I think he should be let go on to play the whole competition. He should be given a chance. And similar situation was in Barca when 2014, back in 2014. Bravo used to play the La Liga, and Ter Stegen used to play the Champions League and the Copa del Rey. So I think if you divide the competitions, then it'll be a better thing to do.
I wouldn't switch my keepers in the league. I mean, last season, and that was one of my main reasons. Last season, half was there, half was Henderson. I don't think that does good to either of the two keepers. If you have a keeper, play him in that competition. But I'm still not convinced about Henderson. I mean, people rate him a lot. People want him to start over there, but then I'm still not seeing it enough for Henderson, for him to convince me that he should be playing, maybe even if you're playing in the Champions League. I'm not too sure if I would want Henderson to play against a Bayern Munich or a PSG or Barcelona. In the earlier stages, I would play Henderson and then see, because the last time we won a trophy was the Europa League. And in that, Romero played the whole of the Europa League. And even in the final, he played and we won the Europa League. So, yeah, I think there should be a stability somewhere down there. Who is the keeper for which competition? That's another decision. But moving on, we're missing Siddharth today. So, Chelsea, Zenit, Chelsea winning. All of us agree with that?
Chelsea winning. Yeah,
I think Chelsea
easily winning it, I think. Or maybe, Zenit might get a goal or two. But I think Chelsea will go on to win the game. 2-1. Yep, I'm predicting 2-1.
And Juve Malmo?
Juve winning again there too. I think it'll be... wait, they have lost Ronaldo. Oh yeah, they don't have Ronaldo. Yeah. So, yeah, but still they'll go on to win the game. I think Paulo Dybala will be... I think it'll be his redemption season.
Do you guys agree with that? Juventus to win?
Yeah, one by one goal or something.
Yeah, I think it'll be a close call.
Exactly. I think it'll be a very tight game, but I'm going with a 1-1 draw. I think Malmo might sneak in something, and that might be the surprise. So, the big one, Barcelona, Bayern Munich. Thomas, you can start off your team, your tactics. What would you do? That you have to beat Bayern Munich now.
Look, we are missing out on Ansu Fati on this one, and Dembele is also not there. So I think that Koeman should go with a 3-5-2 formation. That'll be more sensible than playing the 4-3-3 because you don't have a winger right now, and there is only Memphis Depay in the attack. So I think they should go ahead and play Luke De Jong this particular game since they are missing out on players. Or if he doesn't want to play Luke De Jong, he wants to get him as a substitute. Don't start Bradford at all. That'll be one of the stupidest decisions he'll make. I swear I'll go crazy, bro. So I think he can even look to play Pedri on the wing and maybe play Depay on the left and start with Luke De Jong as a striker. So if he's playing a 4-3-3, then Pedri should play on the right wing. And the more sensible formation for me would be 3-5-2, and my three defenders have to be Eric Garcia. No, not Umtiti. He's not in his plans. He said that he's not taking him. So it'll be Umtiti. It'll be Eric Garcia, Ronald Araujo, and if Gerard Piqué is fit, then I'll start with Gerard Piqué, or I'll go with Oscar Mingueza. And on the right, I'll play Sergino Dest if he's fit. Then again, if he's not fit, then maybe Sergio Roberto can play on the right, and in the midfield you can get Philippe Coutinho. And on the left, of course, it's taken by Jordi Alba. And Frankie de Jong and Sergio Busquets will be my starters.
The biggest question, your prediction.
See, I'm not going to predict the score or anything. I'm just going to say that it's not going to be embarrassing this time. A different manager, and we are playing with a different squad. Our defense has been better, I think, and the biggest battle will be in the midfield. Whoever wins the midfield battle, they'll win the game, because they have got Lewandowski, and now we have got Memphis Depay as well. He's also a clinical finisher. If they have Lewandowski, then we have Depay as well. So if they can get one or two balls to him, we can get one or two balls to Memphis Depay. So yeah, I'm thinking that this is not going to be embarrassing this time. So I'm not going to predict a score, and I'm not going to say who is going to win.
Sahesh?
I think what Saumil told, that is true. Barca are a different team this time, under a different manager. I think Bayern will take the win in the first one, but Barca will come back and take the win in the second game against Bayern. That is what I feel, because Barca can do it. They can get the win against Bayern. They have the team. As Saumil told, the correct formation and the correct midfield battle. Because Bayern have Sabitzer. I haven't seen Sabitzer play a lot, but I know about Kimmich and Goretzka, and those two are very good. Very good. One is a very defensive midfielder who is ready to push, and Goretzka, he can do the long balls and all. So I think Bayern will take the first game, but Barca will come back in the second game and win it.
The biggest threat for me is, I think, Thomas Müller. I am not, that worried about Lewandowski. Yeah, I mean, he might get a goal or something, but what the job of Müller is to play the striker and play the midfield as well. He's the link up between the two. So if he doesn't work out, and he has worked out lately in all the games that he has played against Barca in the Champions League. You take 2014-15 season, you can talk about last season as well, and the 2012-13 season as well. They won 7-0 or aggregate that time, and I think he scored 3 goals in that as well. So the biggest threat for me has to be Thomas Müller in this one.
I think Barca will get attacked from the Bayern wings. That is Sané and Gnabry. I think
I'm not so worried about the wings, but because now we have got the pace in form of Sergino Dest, and Jordi Alba can run back too. But my biggest threat has to be, Thomas Müller. He is the link up between the midfield and.
Loan Coutinho back to Bayern.
It can be a lucky charm. You never know. You never know. Last time Coutinho was there.
Imagine
This
if
time
Coutinho
he's
comes and
here.
scores again, bro. What's he doing?
Bro. It's gonna be awesome.
So Saumil,
if
you
he
told
scores.
Muller is the man to watch out for. But in Bayern's perspective, who do you think is the one man Bayern should be afraid of from Barca?
See, people will say it'll be Memphis Depay because he can score goals, but I'll say it'll be Sergio Busquets because the whole battle is in the midfield. Whoever wins the midfield battle, they will win the game, and he's the one who orchestrates our midfield. So Sergio Busquets has to be, there. He has to lead the team. So I think he will be the player that they have to watch out for.
Sahish,
He's the one who will orchestrate. Yeah.
What's your score prediction, Sahish?
I think Bayern, Saumil told, won't be an embarrassing win for Bayern. But I think Bayern will score 2 goals, 2 or 3, and Barca will score 1. That'll be from Pedri, I think. I think in Barca's game, I think midfield, De Jong will be the main player to dominate, and Pedri. I think Pedri and De Jong will be important players for Barca to supply Depay for the passes and get the goals in.
Paritosh, are you backing Barca?
Absolutely not. I think Bayern are going to steal it with, I'd say 4-2.
Even I was thinking 4-2, Bayern.
Yeah, exactly. Because you have to remember, Bayern are also reconstructing themselves, but they still got a very similar squad. They've
retained the core.
Clinical finishers. They've got very. Sorry.
They have retained the core.
Exactly, and maybe their defense needs a little work, so I can see them conceding too. But they've still got Neuer. That's their only silver lining in their defense. And yeah, they've got plenty of young talent. They've got Musiala, who's a big threat going forward as well. So I don't see Bayern losing both the legs. I think they're going to win it 4-2 in the first leg, and on aggregate, I'd say maybe 6-3. Yeah.
Okay, let's move on. Inter Milan, Real Madrid, score predictions.
I think Real Madrid will win this one. They have been playing really well in the last few matches, and Eden Hazard as well. I think he has picked up form in the international break, and he has picked up form lately in Real Madrid's matches as well. And for me, Real Madrid is winning this one easily. I'm predicting a 3-1 win from Real Madrid. Wait, it's in Inter or
it's in Inter? Wait, let me check.
Away game.
Yeah, it's an Inter. It's an away game for Madrid.
Yeah, then I think Real Madrid might score less, but they'll still win the game.
You guys agree?
Yeah, I agree with Saumil, but I think Benzema and Bale will be the major mans for Real Madrid this season. Hazard will make an impact, but in the later group stages, he'll score 1 or 2 goals and get assists 1 or 2. I don't think he'll make major impact, but I think Bale will do it for Madrid this season.
But Bale doesn't play for Real Madrid. I mean, he's not even starting for them. He's not even. I don't think so. He has made an appearance in the whole.
I think
season.
No, he has made. I think Ancelotti trusts Bale on the right wing. Left wing, Vinicius is doing better right now than Hazard. But
he'll everyone and he'll miss.
Yeah, but I think Isco and Asensio are shifting back to the cam position. That's what I've seen. And I think Isco is making the breakthrough this season again.
Yeah.
So I think Madrid will get the win. I agree with Saumil. I think 3-1.
Paritosh?
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's 3-1 to Madrid. Madrid have just got a new signing. They have an opportunity to show off Camavinga to the fans and see how he performs in Champions League for Madrid. I don't see Milan taking it. Like we've already mentioned that they've lost Lukaku, they've lost their manager. It would be tough for them to fight back against Madrid, who have the confidence of, getting back their old manager and bringing the confidence in the players. And like we mentioned, Hazard is coming back to form. There's Vinicius, Benzema, Bale, all these players. So yeah, 3-1 to Madrid in my opinion.
Yeah, I think we've all gone for 3-1 Real Madrid, but Atletico Porto, Thomas.
Atletico, no doubt. They have been,
Yeah.
and I think Griezmann will play this one. So I'm hoping Griezmann will, start scoring goals as well. I mean, he scored goals last season, but the Griezmann we know, I think will be better suited for Atletico, and I want him to score more goals. So I'm going for a 3-1 here again.
You guys going for different scores, or do you agree?
I think 2-1 to Atletico. A major downfall for Porto will be Pepe getting a red card for hitting Griezmann.
Sorry.
Either Pepe
He's gonna
hitting,
elbow him in the cheek. He's just gonna elbow him in the face while he does to get past.
either
Pepe versus
hit-
Luis Suarez should happen, bro.
yeah, Pepe versus Luis Suarez.
One
So
will
that is
bite and
one-
the other one tackle there only. Headbutt.
that is one thing. But I think Pepe will cause problems to Atletico's forwards because Pepe did that against Lukaku. You know, Lukaku is a big guy and he pushed him off. It's not like, he fell down or something. Pepe is old, but I think he has strength. Porto will fight back, but I think Atletico will get the better of them.
I am going with the 2-0
Yeah.
win for Atletico. I don't see Porto getting anything from this match.
Yeah, I'll have to agree with Ashin. I also think 2-0.
The big one now. This is a tricky one. It's at Anfield. Liverpool, AC Milan, Zlatan. What do you guys think?
I think it'll be a draw. With AC Milan's team, they are a compact team, and I think it will be a draw for Liverpool. They might be choked in the attack. So I'm
Paritosh?
going for a 1-1 or 2-2 draw.
I think it would be 2-1 to Liverpool. Obviously, the atmosphere at Anfield is going to play a major role, and I don't see them getting past Liverpool's defense for too long. I mean, they might concede an accidental goal, but yeah, I can definitely see Liverpool taking it in the first leg, 2-1.
Wait, is there any restrictions for the fans coming in?
No.
No,
I
it
think
should be
only
full
for the Switzerland game.
Oh, then I think Liverpool will take an edge over here. Yeah, I'll agree to that.
Anfield.
Yeah,
Full strength Anfield
it's
on a
only
European
because
night.
of Anfield I'm saying that Liverpool will.
Exactly. That is bullying.
Yeah, exactly. I
Bully
think the Anfield crowd it gets hostile at times. So I think that will be a big advantage to Liverpool. I'm going big, to be honest. I'm going 4-0 to Liverpool. I think their main man Salah. I think Jota will score. I think they'll go big and they'll go strong. I mean, they can change their midfield a bit. Maybe play Elliott or someone, the youngsters. But then I think it'll be 4-0 Liverpool. Sahesh?
Who is the Milan's manager right now? AC Milan?
No idea.
Wait a second. I think
Not Gattuso, it's someone else.
It's not
It's not
Gattuso.
Gattuso.
So,
Stefano Pioli.
The former,
he's a former player.
wasn't he
Right?
the former Napoli manager?
Yeah, he has been the manager for 2 years, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think for Liverpool's throne would be Giroud and Zlatan. Those two will play a major impact. And I'm pretty sure Zlatan loves to silence Liverpool fans, for sure. I think he's a United player. So I think he will have the thing of scoring against Liverpool. It will be a tough game, to be honest. Liverpool might get a penalty or something. And I think Van Dijk's main focus will be to block off Zlatan, but Giroud will get in the goal. So I'm going with Milan win this time.
Final game which we're going to be discussing, Leipzig City. Paritosh, what's your team? I mean, you've got stars all over the pitch, so it's not going to make a difference.
I think City will win this. Leipzig would pose a very good resistance to City's forward in the game, but I don't see them taking the win. But yeah, it'll be 3-1. I think Grealish will get his first Champions League goal. De Bruyne might be in the score sheet, and probably Riyad Mahrez as well.
Yeah. So what's your team? I mean, you've got Silva, you've got Mahrez, Sterling.
Well, yeah, I'd put Edison in goal as well. The same defense that Walker, Diaz, Stones, and Zinchenko. Midfield, I'd probably play Rodri because Leipzig are a very quick team. They've got the pace, so Fernandinho may not be able to keep up. So Rodri, Gundogan, and probably Phil Foden. He would probably come into midfield, and then up front would be Grealish, De Bruyne, and Mahrez for me. I think every
So who is
time I
your-
want to see De Bruyne and Grealish link up.
De Bruyne is your centre forward.
It's always hard to understand
Yeah.
what City's formation is.
Yeah.
I think Ferran Torres will play as a striker.
Yeah, I think Ferran Torres will do
Yeah,
better.
Ferran Torres
Yeah.
might come in and maybe De Bruyne will play in midfield or Grealish will
Ferran
push
has
back
been
and De Bruyne
starting in the
Because-
Premier League, so he might
Yeah.
just switch it up. I'm not
Because
sure.
exactly.
Yeah,
And I
that's what I'm
think
saying, that there might
I'll
be a
make
doubt
one
with
change over here in City's lineup. I think Cancelo should play over Walker, considering the form he's in, and even the international break he performed really well. So I will want Cancelo to start over Walker over here, or maybe play on the left back.
I think
Som-
left
And
back would be a better position for him because Cancelo
Yeah.
has the pace, obviously, and we need that pace on the right wing from Walker, obviously. And
And
got
he
the
has that
physique.
flair as well. Yes, flair as well.
Exactly. He poses the threat to wingers on the left. So I think Walker is essential,
Yes.
especially for Champions League. And Cancelo would be a creator on the left hand. Maybe not the most defensive, but that's what Stones and Diaz are going to do. And when he's up front providing for the front three. So
Samal, what's your prediction or score?
Since Leipzig has lost one or two players and their manager as well, I'm going for a 4-0 for City or a
Saresh?
4-1.
I'm going with a draw because I was just looking at the Leipzig squad. They have Andres Silva. He was in form of his life last season. You have Danny Olmo. He's an amazing midfielder.
Yeah.
Dominic Sobolos. Like I don't know how to pronounce
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
Elias
Elias
Moriba is
Sané,
there
right?
too.
You have Angelino, the City man.
Yep.
Peter Bulacic. He's a very good keeper for Hungary. And you have Christopher Nkunku. He's one of the
Yeah, Nkunku,
he
yes.
had a good season last year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I have seen him play, and I think they will make a difference in the game. But I think it'll be a draw. It will give City a fight. Like not like City will just go on keep on scoring. Leipzig will give them a fight.
It's in Leipzig or
No, it's in
It's in Leipzig.
at
It's
home.
It's at Etihad.
It's home.
Yeah, so I think
it's home,
Leipzig will-
but it doesn't matter. City doesn't have fans anyways.
it is at City, so
That is one
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
That is one thing, but I think Leipzig will give them a good fight. Seeing the score, you can't really determine that Leipzig are going to lose or something. They will give them a good fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Bulacic is in form of his life right now. I know he's conceding one or two, but City players have to do a lot to score against him.
Yeah, and I think City they have a habit of being a little rusty in the beginning of the season, whether it's Champions League or Premier League, and then picking up the pace. So considering the strength of the group that we're in, it would be necessary that we pick up the pace and start at a high tempo, obviously. So yeah, I'm expecting good, like Sai said, there would be good resistance from Leipzig. They will push back and fight. But yeah, I think City will take it in the end.
I think
Who do
City
you
will.
are going to play?
Sorry?
Arsenal. Who do you think they'll play?
Wait, I don't understand the question. I'm sorry.
Arsenal.
They're not going to
Who
play the
they-
Champions League. No, we don't have to talk
Why
about them.
would they play?
They're playing their own
Yeah.
conference league.
They're not
Yeah.
even
They won't win that also.
It's a
Not even in the
it's a little
Conference
training
League.
tournament. The little training
Yeah.
session tournament.
Yeah,
Well,
I think exactly.
I think City will win. I mean, like Parito said, I think it's very necessary for them to start off well because they've got PSG in their group, and if they drop points against Leipzig, then you just never know. You can't control what the other teams do. So it's in City's own hands and their own interest that they need to start off well. So I'm going 4-0 Man City. I think Grealish will score. get his first. It's his first Champions League game, so I think he'll be pumped up. And then I think Foden, if he starts, I think he will score as well. So I'm going 4-0 Man City. And we'll wrap up the show. That's it. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys like this new segment which we have created. We'll be trying to do this weekly, and we will be there next week. You can watch our Big Six shows and this Champions League segments as well. So thanks for watching. Drop a like, subscribe, and follow us on Instagram. Links are down in the description. And we'll meet you all in next week. Until then, peace.